Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Impact Point on Impact Business Radio, Ibr92.5FM, Ibadan. My name is Amutajero Omorinde. On Impact Point, we talk about how the actions and the inaction of those who are leading us affect our lives. Also, on this program, we look at how our own actions and inactions affect the polity. On the program this afternoon, we're going to be looking at some of the political developments in the polity. The wife of the president played a host to some presidential aspirants. Some persons have aspirations. And also, the issue of 100 million naira for the expression of interest and nomination form fee in the All Progressives Congress and the 40 million naira fee in the People's Democratic Party is still there. All of these issues are raising dust in the polity. That we will be looking at on the program this afternoon. And I'm being joined by a member of the APC. Of course, is one of the men in the APC who speak for the party. Fatai Adeshokon joins me, and of course, we're hearing the rumor that a former governor of Ogun State, Senator Ibr92.5FM, is also throwing his heart into the ring. We will be looking at that on the program this afternoon. It's good to have you, Fatai Adeshokon.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to unite with you here.
Okay.
Impact FM 92.5.
Thank you so much. Let's start with the 100 million naira nomination and a lot of people believe that it shouldn't have been that expensive in your party. If you look at the margin between your party and the People's Democratic Party, it's about a whopping sum of 60 million naira. The same form which goes for 40 million naira in the People's Democratic Party, which many people are complaining of or about, goes for about 100 million naira in your political party. Femi Falana has come out to say Nigerians should rise up against this. It is quite expensive. What's your take?
Thank you very much. 100 million naira is a lot of money, and what was being expected from people that are aspiring to become Nigerian president under our platform is not for them personally to cough out this money from their accounts. If truly Ibr92.5FM, FCA, former governor of Ogun State, is actually aspiring to become Nigerian president, if truly Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if truly Professor Yemi Osinbajo, they have supporters. If I'm having aspiration in Shaki West local government constituency, if my aspiration is genuine within my party supporters, people will support you. People will buy form for me. So it's not about the individual aspiring to become president. It's about, is your aspiration genuine enough? If it's genuine, the party itself will raise fund for you. So it's not about you go and withdraw from your account. President Muhammadu Buhari, the incumbent president, his nomination form and expression of interest was bought for him. Not because Abiola was rich in 1992.
At the cost of how much?
100 million. You see, to some of us.
No. How much was it bought for President Buhari at that time? 24 million naira or thereabout?
22.5 million naira. Yes, as at that time, 22.5 million naira. Yoruba will always say that the way bird fly is the way you are going to throw the stone at it. You know, and for somebody who say PDP is selling our own 40 million, APC selling our own 100 million, there is no basis. The moment you are what we are comparing here is a party had actually chosen and decided that our firm is going for this social amount of money. And you see, to be sincere with ourselves, political aspiration is not anchored on personal purse. That's reality. Across the globe, Obama sourced for funds. And if you are a presidential aspirant and you don't have 100 million under APC, you can source for funds. It's even demonstrating your capacity. Who are your friends? Who are you? So, I mean, you have to generate this fund. That is it.
I'm sure you must have come across this short write-up that is flying in the social media. You see, that's your party, knowing fully well
of inflation or what have you. See,
how much it has destroyed the economy. Pegged it at that.
I'm into communication and conversation and what have you. And this season, love write-ups will fly. The reality on ground is we go to poll. You can't expect a PDP man to be writing in favor of APC. It does not go away. And APC will never write anything better about our party. We are promoting our platform ahead of the poll for people to choose. That is it. So for some of us that are actually trained in a cosmopolitan way, we don't bother ourselves when some people throw things at you. I mean, even on APC platform, somebody will just say, hey, Sarah, my shop, look. I'll just advise them, be civil. You can attack me, but just be civil. It's not necessarily you have uniform opinion with me. As adults, we have our choices. Your name is Omorinde. When you are blessed with Anoluwapo, that was not the only name in the whole of Yoruba land. No. But your parents chose Anoluwapo.
Okay, so let's talk about what happened over the weekend. The wife of the president hosted. You see, I want us to anchor this conversation. We'll go personal.
Yes.
Somehow we'll look at some persons are asking, some that have indicated interest to step down. The Yoruba project is one that is gaining traction too. Some are saying come. You could see, or you would see the way in the north, the issue of northern or consensus candidacy is being played. And so there are those in the southwest who are wondering whether such cannot be adopted. We will look at that. You mentioned 3 prominent names.
Yes.
But I must tell you that when the wife of the president hosted presidential hopefuls, it was only former governor of Lagos State, Ashwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu,
that attended.
That was cited.
I spoke with His Excellency, former governor of Ogun State, APC presidential aspirant, Senator Iklil Ibikunle Amosun on Monday night. He's away in Saudi Arabia performing his Lesser Hajj. As of 2 days ago that we spoke, still in Lesser Hajj. Just for you to know, I'm speaking with my presidential aspirants.
So, presidential aspirant, in what sense? This man
can't leave
has
Saudi
not...
Arabia. He can't leave Saudi Arabia for Abuja for iftar. He's performing Lesser Hajj. So many people have left for Lesser Hajj. Our father, senior advocate of Nigeria, spent his 30 days in the whole of 30 days in Saudi Arabia. I mean, Ahmed Raji SA. So many people go for Lesser Hajj. Senator Sojiakon will be leaving for 5 days in a couple of minutes now. So all of us, I think I'm not so engaged at home. I would have actually traveled. So the offer was there.
Some persons will tell you that those who met the wife of the president
are
actually the serious one.
Governor Bala Mohammed was there. He's a member of the PDP. The mother of the nation, Her Excellency Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, actually thrown open. You see, for the fact that you are of PDP, I'm of APC, we should become sworn enemies. It does not go for our polity. We have to sit down. It's women well practiced in the north. In the north, PDP, when President Muhammadu Buhari's son, the only son Yusuf, wanted to get married in Kano, it was Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. That was the groom father. And he was one that paid the bride price. So in the north, it is well practiced. Politics of civility, but it's only in the down south, especially in southwest, we play politics of bitterness. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is our leader, is our mentor. You understand? You can't come on the platform here abusing Tinubu because it's also contesting alongside with Amosu, abusing Dave Umahi, abusing somebody. You don't need to be abusing.
Has Amosu told anyone he will be contesting?
Of course, he has told me, but formally, he will be announcing on May 5th in Abuja.
Okay,
I'll be in Abuja. All of us.
So
you are specially invited.
Some persons are saying, you know, when the wife of the president, the constitution may not recognize that office, but when the wife of the president invites you, you had better honor that invitation. So when you look at the newspapers today, for instance, and you see the picture of the man that the wife of the president is standing with, some persons want to smell a dead rat, saying perhaps that's a pointer.
Some of us have traveled this road before, and as young as we are, we have the palace intrigues plays out. I was with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos in 2006, to be specific, when we were looking for a successor. A lot of people that were close with him, Senator Tokunbo Afikiomi, Akim Bajabi Amila, Commissioner for Housing, Raman O Koniro, and the likes. So, a lot of news were flying around until BRF, the best man for the job, came on the scene. So we don't know what happened. So of essence to some of us is either A, B, C, D. The moment the party APC picks our presidential candidates at the convention, all of us we queue behind that person. But as it is, we have Abikunle Amosu and others. They are all competing for the fact that
I wonder why you are not talking of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and others. You know, there are people in your party who see it as an affront that, you know, in this race you're talking of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
You are an intelligent journalist.
You're talking of others that maybe perhaps he made.
Anu Luapo, you are an intelligent journalist, and I must use this medium to clear that narrative. And there are some of us that will not do some certain things politically. And Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man of many parts. Ibikunle Amosun, His Excellency, became a senator in 2003 under the platform of PDP. He left PDP in 2006 for ANPP. He contested, he lost, affirmed by the appellate courts. He came back to ACN in 2010 and became the party Guba candidate on the orders of Baba Oshoba. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu played pivotal role for his emergence against the PDP candidate of Boyega Nasir of the then PDP. So what we are saying is, what some of us are saying is, Ibikunle Amosu stands out because he had become a sitting senator in 2003 under the platform of PDP, not Anu Omoyinde or Fatah Adeshokon, that was a commissioner, that was a special advisor to certain person. There is a clear departure in that. You see, I'm a politician in Oyo State here today. I'm from Shaki West. Look, I know my political leaders. I came from Lagos. I know people that mentored me. I was mentored under Aregbesola via Tinubu. So if anybody wants to claim to be a leader of Adeshokon in Oyo State, it will be former Governor Abiola Ajimobi, not any other person living in this Oyo State. I don't know if you are getting me. In this Oyo State, if you want to claim to be Sarah Ma, Fatah Adeshokon political leader, it has to be His Excellency, late Governor Abiola Ajimobi. That was my leader and our leader. So I have gone through political tutelages in Lagos. When I came back here, I was under tutelage of Abiola Ajimobi. So for you to claim you are my leader today, you must show me that textbook that you wrote your handout for me. So really, if you are talking about leaders, Senator Ibikunle Amosun had become a senator when senator was more honorable in 2003. Oh. And he represented.
It's no more honorable Central. Now. The Senate is
more.
Okay.
As at that time, there are choice of words, and he represented Ogun Central, senatorial district that produced the president, that has produced an interim president, and has produced a president that won election, and the same Abeokuta that was a glorified state capital. When he became governor, he turned the fortune of Abeokuta around, and Abeokuta became something to reckon with. So my first encounter with Abeokuta was in 1994. If you are born in Lagos, Abeokuta is familiar with you. Going through Papa, Ewekoro, getting to Abeokuta, Omida, Pansheke. If you go to Pansheke, some of you must have maybe a girlfriend or whatever in Mapoli. If you are not traveling to Abeokuta, that must have brought you to Abeokuta. Go to Abeokuta today. After 2014, Ibikunle Amosu turned the fortune of Abeokuta, the state capital.
Okay, you know, the point I'm making here is there are those in your party today,
yes,
who believe that for former governor of Lagos State
okay,
to have signified his interest, every other person in your party in the Southwest should have buried their ambition. I'm sure you've heard that narrative. The dust is yet to be settled, even with that of the vice president. These are things that are there in the public domain because some persons believe that, okay, this time around, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, okay, should be given maximum and total support. So those who hold on to this kind of a belief, they see it as an affront that other people are even showing interest.
I see. In democracy, you must have opinion. In democracy, you have perception, and in Nigerian politics, there are moralities. There are moralities. Somebody can choose not to go for the moral aspect of a Nigerian politics, but for some of us that are holding such narratives, it's not out of place. I can hold my narrative. You can hold your perception. So for me, I cannot lord your own perception over another person's perception. But the bottom line here is for we to be sincere with ourselves. Is we need to define our political routes. Where are we coming from? No doubt about it. In this country today, not in the Southwest, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an enigma. So, and nobody is contesting that fact. But I wouldn't want to be speaking on behalf of Yemi Osinbajo because this is a political season. I don't want to be running a candidature of anybody's down. It does not. In fact, even NBC does not permit so. So
I won't even allow you to do
so
that.
it does not even make sense. Yemi Osinbajo, I knew him as a commissioner under Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
He's the vice president today.
Yemi Osinbajo then.
Let's forget about
I knew him
all
too.
of that. He's the vice president
I used to
today.
walk up to his office and what have you. So he's somebody I knew very, very well before any other thing. Ibikunle Amosun, Rauf Aregbesola, everybody, we are all one family. But somebody at a given period will be given tickets. That is it. And for me as Adeshokon, some of us will not be lying on air. That's what they call political signal in politics. I aspire to be publicist of Oyo State APC, but there was no political signal because my political leader is late. I didn't know Ajimobi was alive. I would have gotten the political signal. But since Ajimobi was not alive again, I didn't get the signal. I aspired. But those that hold the signal gave the signal elsewhere. So that is politics. There is always political signal.
So,
regardless
in this
of your
particular
signal,
case,
there is a political signal. Quote that word.
that what?
Political signal. That
Is
is
pointing towards which direction?
I know more in the gospel our lives. There is political signal.
Okay, you must have heard this too. There are those who will say, must all political positions, highest political positions in the land,
Yes.
zoned to the southwest, go to Ogun State.
State.
You know, it is one. Like, after that, we'll talk about this Yoruba agenda, okay, in your party. Is there anything like that? Are you promoting that? So when you look at the narrative, people will remind you of Shonekan. They will remind you of Obasanjo. They will remind you. So,
Yeah,
okay,
Abiola.
Abiola, many of these people. How would you react to this kind of?
The reaction is very simple. In fact, it's not far-fetched. It's just like when people were beefing Barcelona. Oh, this Messi beefing Barcelona, they are winning Champions League. I'm an Arsenal fan. Or beefing Real Madrid when they have, galaxy of stars, Zidane, Raul, Figo, and the likes. So you can't be beefing. Just if I'm beefing a particular candidate, I have a young lady, very brilliant, articulate, Funlola Adesina, the likes of them, Titi Lope, Fumijimo. They are ladies in the APC. They are very intelligent, articulate, versatile. Will I be beefing that my wife or my sister is not like that? No. It's all about circumstances and quality you can bear. If I'm from Okeogun, part of Oyo State. You see, nobody decreed that I can't become governor of Oyo State. If I play my card, if I can offer people an alternative. So for the fact that where somebody comes from should not be hindrance That is it. So it's just a circumstance. And the same Abeokuta, the same Ogun State we are referring to, that was where these people came from. People landed when the missionaries, when they came. Iwe first began in Abeokuta, and then we had the first
Christianity.
in Abeokuta.
Okay.
So if we are talking about Abeokuta, it's a place to reference to. We are talking about Ibadan. We are talking about Oyo Alaafin. We have places, heritage places, ancient town. Talking about Akpomu village. Talking about Ile-Ife. So if you are not from Ile-Ife, if you are not from Igboho, if you are not from Shaki, if you are not from Idikole, if you are not from Oyo Alaafin, if you are not from Ibadan, you should not be beefing those that are from there. It's just history just favored them. That history is favoring somebody. Ibikunle Amosun. It does not hold water.
It's your judgment that all earths are in his favor. Right? Some persons will tell you, who is even this man in this particular contest? That is
like
not
I
even
said
in the
earlier,
radar.
I wanted us to be very conscious of our conversation. Here is an APC thing. Ibikunle Amosun is out, all others are out too. So whoever gets the ticket, the APC will kill. I'm not leaving this party, either at the state level or national level. I'm not leaving APC.
What's your belief?
So whoever gets the ticket, if, for instance, Mr. B gets the ticket and Amosun is not getting the ticket, that's not a crime.
So be it.
Somebody must be the candidate.
But you look at it, based on the timetable rolled out by your party, there will be a primary, and delegates will be voting there. It's quite interesting when you look at the fact that the Southwest as a tour today is likely not to, present a common front in that particular Congress as it were, because how possible is that you're talking of a former governor of Ogun State who, I wouldn't know, will claim to have the structure of the APC in his state, in his kitty. The vice president is from that state. So you have
until recently.
Until recently, what has happened? What has
There is
happened?
a Lagos,
So you have Lagos State.
There's a Lagos APC. There's a VGC Lagos.
Dr.
APC.
Kayode Fayemi
Of course,
is
the
still
beauty
also
the beauty of Yorubas, without sounding immodest and without sense of humility, the beauty of Yorubas, we are intellectuals and there are ways to settle things. And I can tell you for free, Senator Ibikunle Amosun has actually informed those that matters. I spoke with him, so I'm quoting him. It's not as if transferable information. So those that matters are involved, and for now it's still premature for you to be blowing the trumpet and for you to be casting aspersion. So you have to do with civility and
it's not even about aspersion.
You see, no, I'm trying to make a conclusion here. You see, in politics, there's what they call political signal, like I mentioned earlier on. When the signal comes, you have to be so magnanimous and manage your sources so that you not be spiting others. If a fellow emerges as, that is the problem of your APC, those fellows at the moment that are enjoying the party platform are trying to be spiting others, and that will be creating tension.
But they claim to have been inviting stakeholders.
You see, like you said, claiming to invite stakeholders, there are ways you engage people with courtesy. If you and I are struggling for something, with all due respect, Wasiu Shadari, I aspired for public secretary of the party. I campaigned, spent my forces. He was not actually campaigning, but he was interested underneath. He engaged me. Till today, I and Wasiu Shadari, despite that Chief Akionke favored him, I and Wasiu Shadari, we have fantastic relationship. I don't know if you are getting me. So politics are parts. There are certain things that are reality, relationship. So for the fact that I'm not comfortable with the way he emerged does not actually limit our relationship. So Ibikunle Amosun, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it's just father and son relationship. Not that somebody is not getting to now be spiting others. You can't do it alone. If Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu get the ticket today, will he declare himself president? We are going to work for him. So if Senator Ibikunle Amosun, my presidential aspirant, becomes a APC candidate at the poll, will he declare himself? He can't declare himself. Will he leave Ogun State and come and declare himself in Lagos? Party members are going to work for him. So those party members are going to work for him. I can't stand there be abusing them. It's wrong. Those are the things that people are making mistakes on Facebook. You are abusing people. The same people you are still going to call to come and support your Guba ambition. The same people you are going to call to come and support your rep ambition. You are spiting them. The Awala Legbe. Go and hit that party. That is it. So if you have to be magnanimous and sensible enough in any gathering, even if you are living in the neighborhood and you have job, those that are here to be employed, you can't be spiting them. I want lobby you. We are going to work. Oh, if you like sit down, you are spiting them. So you don't spite people, particularly in politics. Once you are being privileged to gain entrance,
okay,
you don't spite people.
Fatah Adeshokan, the point is that if I'm not making mistake,
yes,
I will be counting 4 gladiators from the southwest region, because Dr. Kawede Fahimi at the point in time was also said. So
yes.
You have a divided state, as it were, going into the primary. Don't you think it may rob off the southwest region, okay, of getting your party's ticket? And I know that you, okay, politicians, you would want to protect the interest of your region before you talk of national interest. When politically here, I know that is how you are politically. So when you have nearly all the past governors, or you have one figure from each of the states in the southwest, and they are gladiators signifying interest, don't you think it may affect the chances of your party, of your region, the southwest region, from clinching the ticket of the APC?
Thank you very much. And I'll be limited to certain things now, because this is a global platform. I know so many messages have entered my phone, and people are actually watching and listening. And I can't abuse privileged informations in my kitty. And for me to have informed you that I'm speaking with former Governor Senator Ibr92.5FM, you should know I'm privileged to certain informations. And I'm speaking with NCC Chairman Professor Adelu Akande, sitting with him. You should know there are certain informations in my kitty. For now, I'll be limited till after the primaries. All I know is APC will conduct our presidential primary. My principal, Senator Ibr92.5FM, will be aspiring, appealing to the delegates amidst others. Then man proposes, God disposes.
You know,
prosper our lives.
There are others who will tell you that, come on, let the southeast region get this thing.
See, let me tell you something. We've been around for a while, and without sounding immodest, this politics, Oyewa dear, and there are certain things we know we are going to lose, and every politician will still aspire. There are certain things you know you are going to win, but you have to play down time when you come out. So there's somebody, when Umaru Musa Yar'Adua got the ticket, it was all the leader campaign went around the country. It was the favorite party members wanted it, but the political signal was in Katsina. Muhammadu Buhari never had the party structure before he got the ticket. In fact, some people were of the opinion of going from Kwankwasi Amana or Atiku Abubakar, but he got the ticket.
But why
because
would
Muhammadu Buhari had the political signal at Onikon Stadium in Lagos? Some of us were there. So it's all about political signal. I gave you a picture in Oyo State. I aspired, without sounding immodest, I know of my capacity to be Oyo State APC publicist. I have actually worked, endured for it. But the political signal was not there for me because my leader is late. Abiola Ajimobi of blessed memory. Omagbolu Aje. If Ajimobi was to be alive, I would be sleeping in my room and the name will be announced and nothing will happen. But my leader is no longer there. The Shadari's leader is alive. And he mentioned his name.
Your name was announced?
It was announced, but for organizing secretary. And based on personal political conviction, there are certain caucuses that you must not betray a caucus. You must not betray only just because of you want to be aspiring for.
Is Shadari also picking up the assignment? The answer is no.
Shadari will come on air someday to clear that on his own. I can't build him brief for my Egbon.
Okay.
We still spoke just a while ago.
Okay, so in all honesty,
yes,
people have been talking of Southeast presidency.
Yes.
And they believe that your party will just do good to hand over to one of the gladiators
from the southeast
in the southeast region
or south. Now that would be political suicide.
How do you mean?
It will be a political suicide.
Oh, an Igbo man listening to you will not
No, it's not about
like
Igbo
that.
man. We are talking about
Politics.
Southeastern APC party. We are within our party now. In the last 7 years, look at the political data. Numbers of APC members from the Eastern land, members of APC members, you understand, from the South, from the North Central. You understand? So that is the reality on ground. The southeastern part of the country, there are more of PDP. And if anybody should compensate the southeast, it should be the PDP. This is our internal arrangement. Somebody will not say now in his own lecky, say Afenifere, that somebody should bury his ambition. And a lawyer, I can't sit down here as a law student and say, oh, I know you have to bury your ambition. Somebody from Calabar is the next president. In my own party, it is a general election you have say. In party arrangement, party platform, we are numerous in APC and we worked for this party. In 2014, we saw the voting pattern in Imo states, in Enugu states, in Anambra states, in Ebonyi states, and in Abia states. So what are we talking about?
Can you still conveniently call the Southeast region a PDP region?
I cannot label a certain region. I'm labeling party platform. APC as a party enjoys so much support.
And so your party is enjoying the support of people from the Southeast also. Imo State is in your kitty. Ebonyi State, as we speak today, is also for APC.
Now mention Ebonyi, mention Imo, then come to the Southwest. You mention Ondo, you mention Ekiti, you mention Osun State, you mention Lagos State, you mention Osun State. Until recently, you will mention Oyo State. If not for internal admin, that we now sold our platform and Seyi Makinde emerged as miraculous governor in 2019.
No, miraculous governor, you call him. He defeated your party.
We defeated ourselves because of internal argument. So he became a miraculous governor in 2019.
Even with that margin?
Of course, because there was a crisis. We had crisis. If me and my wife are fighting today, that's when you know I'm owing house rent. That's when you know I'm owing. That's the truth.
Before I invite people to join this conversation,
yes,
don't you think there will still be a repeat in 2023?
Of course, if the party critical stakeholders refuse to see to common senses, that we have to sit down. That's the truth. A singular individual.
Adeshokon, you know, these other people, they say they have been reaching out. You know, it's a different thing for you to be reaching out.
Let me tell you something.
Another thing for you to be embraced.
Reaching out. Omodewu is a party chairman, as inaugurated in Abuja. Is my egbon. If you tell me you are reaching out, you and I can't have events together. No doubt about it. Isaac Ajiboye Omodewu, a gentleman par excellence. But this is politics. We are talking about party platform, party interest, political interest. So some of us are not fighting the party. We are talking about process. Let us be fair. If in my ward in Shaki, you understand, somebody will come from our local government or Ibadan Southwest local government to come and write names. So you will leave Shaki and go to Ibarapa and be writing names. It is not going to work that way. Even when Obafemi Awolowo was there, it was not done.
And names still being written now.
Of course. Let me tell you something. When party, in a haste, inaugurated local government schools and ward schools, favoring a particular clan, that way is fair. We have Joseph Tegbe until recently defected to PDP. We have Bayo Adelabu. We can resolve these things. I have made proposals. I sent message to those who that matters, that don't let us commit political blunder. You see, in Ibadan North, for instance, we have Laide Akeremi. Other stakeholders should be included because he's not going to vote alone. In Oluyole local government, Abbas Aleshinore is there. All of them are there. You have to work together. That's the truth. We didn't work together in 2019. Then we lost. So if you fail to work together in 2023, we will lose. That's the fact. So it's all about, at this stage, I'm no longer interested either Teslim Folarin or Bayo Adelabu. I'm in this party because of Aziz Fatah Adeshokon, not because of Adeolu Akande, not because of Teslim Folarin. I'm doing politics. I'm a member of APC, not because Teslim Folarin called me to come and join the party. So my interest first, then the party interest.
So Teslim Folarin or Adilabu interest will not clash with my own interest. I will go for my interest. That's the truth as an adult when somebody is not 30 years old. So when we are talking about interest, you cannot promote an individual interest and expect peace. It's not done that way. So we are talking to our people. So reaching out is out of it. Do the needful. Oluyole dynasty, former governor Abiola Ajimobi, he deserves to be respected. The woman is there. I've not spoken with her in the last couple of months. I don't even talk to her.
Oh, Mrs. Florence Ajimobi.
Yes, she's not involved in politics. But common sense dictates. If you want to contest, that particular place must be respected. Women leader of the party should be given to her. That's it. If you are talking about your South Senatorial District, somebody else should be considered. If you are talking about your North, Alawa Kala, former governor, even though he's dead, should be respected. If you are talking about the Tesiwaju local government, if you are talking about that, people, stakeholders of the party must be respected. It's not an individual. Somebody Fatah will just say, "Oh, I clear everything. We now be doing reconciliation. Reconciliation on what? I got a car. You and I, we got matrix car for 1 million naira. I'm taking that car at home. You are fueling the car, taking my wife, taking my children to school. Your own children are using bike. And I'm telling you, you should come and reconcile. You should bring money to buy fuel again another week. Are we going to reconcile?" So we are just fooling ourselves. Hypocrisy is too much. So the reason I don't bother all those side talks. If APC or Oyo State is interested in winning 2023 election, you see, in Oyo State, we are traditional state. You don't win based on performance. Either Seyi Makinde had perform or not. If a platform that is going to challenge him is epileptic, Seyi Makinde will win. That's the truth. There is no independent candidate.
No. Explain that properly.
If a platform like our platform in Oyo State,
the supporters of Governor Seyi Makinde,
yes,
will tell you maybe the governor should just feel relaxed that his performance will speak for him at the appropriate time.
Nobody, quote me, has ever won an election
in Oyo State
based on performance alone. Performance index, it has number. Oyo State is a traditional state. If we are going to win an election based on performance, Ajibola Ige, the Cicero of Esaoke, could have won in 1983 against Professor Omololu Olunloyo in 1983, Omowani Ejoshe. The same thing applied. Abiola Ajimobi performed, but his re-election in 2015 was not based on performance. There are certain parameters. Abiola Ajimobi came and united the stakeholders, the gatekeepers. Most of them were key into his aspiration. They supported him. He never fought Alaafin of Oyo. Seun Ogunmosho was with him. Olubadan was with him. So those are the things we are talking about. So traditional state like this, you don't win an election based on performance alone.
So if
and Governor Seyi Makinde, I won't want to blow this so that we'll go and make correction. He's playing an own goal. Offside goal and own goal.
How do you mean?
Political own goal.
What does that mean?
I cannot blow that open. You go and make amendments. So if APC is still serious, in the next couple of days, in the next 6-7 days, we can sit down and sort ourselves out. If Teslim Folarin is going to be a Guba candidate, it will be a round table discussion. You go. It's not a problem. If Adilabu is going to be our candidate, if it is Adeolu Akande, if it is Fatai Adesokun, it will be a collective decision. A tree can never make a forest. If I secure, people are telling me, "Oh, Adesokun, come for Shaki West." I'm not coming. If I come, if I have your ticket, I will lose. Because what others that are in Shaki, they should go and die because of my own ambition? No. Ambition should not be on the premise of self-serving. You have to consider people in your party. You have to consider people that want it. So if you want to become governor, it has to be a collective work. That's the fact.
So,
but I must give it to Teslim Folarin. Teslim Folarin is talking, but people are telling him, if you are talking, talk deeply. Talk deeply. You have to concede. We need to concede in our party, give and take. When time you fight dirty, Seyi Makinde will now win second time again, nothing will happen.
Let me get this. Are you saying that if the APC in Oyo State gets its act together
today, we are defeating Seyi Makinde tomorrow morning? You
give Governor Seyi Makinde a run for his money
tomorrow morning. If we get it right today, we are defeating Seyi Makinde tomorrow morning. Seyi Makinde has committed a lot of political mistakes in his own party, but we are not taking advantage of that because our own party in Oyo State is epileptic. It's epileptic. We have to be sincere. Some people doesn't like being sincere. They say, you have to be sincere. Me, I don't fool myself. You can't take me to challenge now to go and buy G-Wagon when I know I don't have 30 million in my account. Where will I get that kind of money from? I can't be watching picture on GG platform say, oh, I want to buy G-Wagon 30 million. Do I have that 3 million? What I don't have, I can't be fooling myself. That's the fact. You can't win as Oyo State APC stands today. It's epileptic. We can't win in that mode. We are still going to come back after the election, God spare our lives, if we don't need to concede to ourselves. That's the truth. Omo, they won't know how to go about it. That is the truth. Monjilola, you know what to do. That's it. We know what to do.
Do you think time is against you?
Time is not against us. It's not against us. If we do the needful, there is no time to. It's not late to correct things.
What's the needful? Some persons.
The needful, we've made provisions. Critical stakeholders of the party should be given sense of belonging at the ward ESCO, local government ESCO, and the state ESCO. I'm no longer interested in anything. That's the truth. But I can offer my service for the party, as I've been doing pro bono.
In case you want to be part of the program, the numbers to call to be part of the conversation is 0916 104 7698, 0811 052 6487, and 0902 280 9257. Some issues have been raised, so in case you want to be part of the program, call in and let's get to hear from you. Okay, the calls are coming in. Where do we start from? Let's pick these. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Anu.
Thank you. John Olariwaju, you're welcome.
Thank you, my brother. I greet you, Mr. Fatah Adeshoko. Yes, sir. I'm really enjoying today. Today I've been listening to you on radio. Today is going to be one day that we keep crying. I'm telling you, you don't even speak as a APC member. You spoke as just a guest in the studio, not as a as a politician. Anyway, what you have said, you are right. Even on the APC, though I'm not anybody member, any party member, but sincerely speaking, what you said on the issue of APC presidency, that is how it's supposed to be. If you don't join together and because somebody come out from the same party and because of that you are now talking rubbish on that person, definitely all of you are going to use you. And for the PDP and the APC in your state, yes, you are right. Actually, if APC can get it right, I know that they can give PDP and Imakide a run for their money. But that's why the fact I know that they cannot even win the Imakide as far as I'm concerned. But that election is going to be tough. Thank you and good afternoon.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Olajide. I'm calling from Jericho.
Olajide from Jericho. Welcome.
And when I greet my comrade there, Aziz Fatah Adeshoko. Good afternoon, my brother. You have spoken well this afternoon on your support for Ibr Amosu. Actually, I'm right because Ibr Amosu, he has already paid his deal. So let's wish him all the best.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Olajide, for your time. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Anu.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm Saladun from Ikokwa.
You're welcome, sir.
When you are talking of politicians, see, both PDP and APC, that's the same thing. They are both at the father. They were just speaking from different places. They should stop deceiving us. We should have the interest of the country that our death has not said now. I thought I like him was the playman. Yes, he said personal interest is anybody's interest. That is really important to affect this country. So, to me personally, we should not be relying on politicians. The focus social we are facing cannot produce a good leader. The focus social that we get is a constitutional issue. And if you don't take this constitution, we don't be speaking grammar. The word protest is not good. The Yadwa is not good. The Canada is not good. The integrity is not good. We don't be good.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Falodun. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Nomore.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's Amutajero from Amutajero.
You are welcome, sir.
I want to thank Mr. Amutajero. I think he has appeared on your program a couple of times, and his contribution today is a masterpiece. But I only want to advise him that he's still a young man, and he should be mindful of his public presentations. Though when you have information, the best thing is to keep it so that you don't give it out. It will be used as a weapon of attack by your opponent in future. He has made a salient point, which most of us don't usually note in the Southwest here. If you watch the trend of what is going on in Southwest now, and what is going on in Northeast, North Central, and Northwest, you will see that we people in Southwest, we are selling ourselves, we are giving out ourselves, we are giving out our secrets to the people in the North again. When the primary comes now, you will see that they will use us again to fight ourselves. So I pray that our people in APC will be able to sit down and work out and make sure that there is unity among us. Without unity, we can't go into the primary election and win.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Olatunji Buhari. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I am Adeyemo.
Mr. Adeyemo, welcome, sir.
I love this your man there, Amutajero. He has been doing very, very well in most of the radios. Now, reconciliation, it will be very, very difficult to reconcile anybody in APC now. Don't forget, in the year 2015, Tessie was in PDP together with others. When the PDP was destroyed, they all went their ways. It is this present government that came back to come and take PDP to the present, and that the present situation is now. Now, the people of the Southwest will love to go with the progressives, but the last administration did not give us who they are progressive. But this man now, see what he's doing. The man on number one citizen in Oyo State now. He is doing more of a progressive administration than the so-called progressive. Progressive don't add more to the problem of the people. Like we see during the time of Baba Awolowo, Baba Ige and others. So, it would be very good for him if he join the progressive man.
All right.
PDP now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. That's an open invitation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me take some of these messages. There is no hope for Nigeria if at this precarious, hopeless time, APC tagged its presidential form 100 million naira. How much does the president earn in 4 years? Are they selling Nigeria? This is evil. Let them continue. Iletaba Fitomo Hirinyo Ayodele from Malakia sent that country. Nigeria is a country where things are worsening instead of getting better. By nomination form at that price shows how corrupt our politicians are. Could Nigeria later change for good again with this current political system? It's not clear that politics is not for an ordinary citizen in Nigeria. Aderonke. I appreciate Mr. Deshokon for his honesty, but sincerely, APC in general can deliver from state to federal. Their time is up. Kudos, Anu and Mr. Fatah. APC should put their house in order. The sky is their limit. Together we stand divided, we fall. God bless Nigeria. Amen. Wale from Badagry sent that message. Okay, you can also be part of the program. The numbers to call once again are 0916 104 7698, 0811 052 6487, 0902 280 9257. These are the numbers to call. Okay, the calls are here again. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you.
This is Kola from Ibadan.
Kolaole, you're welcome.
Yes. I listened to it and you say the truth for many times as a listener. But you people, your party, I just want to focus on this. I think it is easy to use the social media. I've seen people say that for your social media. Before I didn't know, I thought you on radio, they are the one who right. But like small people in my area here where the number of women who were at your convention, I don't know what the convention of here. Then I say, what are we doing on the radio? All this why? People know whether we are arguing or something. But I think people need to come to that. And then you need to remove this control that is not performing at all. So please, come together and let's have a good. And don't forget one candidate, just to get good candidate.
Okay.
We need better government. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Kolale Kazim, for your time on the program. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
This is Ogunka Joseph from Olodo.
Mr. Ogunka Joseph, you're welcome.
Yes, I really want to appreciate you for your grand gesture. Now, selling form for 1 million naira, for 100 million naira, is another corruption. And I want to tell you that if somebody should go out to purchase that form for 100 million naira, such a person must be probed. And I want to tell you that it is another ploy to sidetrack some people from partaking in the politics of this country. This country has been privatized by some group of people, and we, the electorate, we are too domiciled. We must not sit down akimbo and be looking at these people. We must do. Thanks, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ogunka Joseph from Olodo, for your time on the program. Wonderful afternoon to you, everyone in the studio. It is obvious that APC in Oyo State is epileptic. You cannot give what you don't have. No wonder APC government has put us in this position we are presently in this nation. Nigerians are tired of this set of leaders who do not care about the masses. Okay, can me send that message. A message. Good afternoon, Guru Media. And I'm really enjoying your guest. APC party is unimaginably divided in itself. The political tussle in the APC party is a serious sign to the citizens that the party is full of self-centered leaders with no productive direction. Okay, Prince Bumi Hadefusi send that message. Let me take some from the Facebook. Sulaiman Sharif, good afternoon, Mr. Anu and Mr. Fatah Adeshokon. That is not encouraging. How can women raise 100 million naira for God's sake, or even half of it, which is 50%? How can youth raise 100 million naira or 50% of 100 million naira? It means that those who are stealing Nigerians' money are the ones that will continue to impoverish and rule over us. Okay, Adebo Wale Kemi Sola says on Facebook, wonderful afternoon to everyone in the studio. Okay, I think I've taken these. Prince Bumi Adefusi, good afternoon. I've taken that. Sunny Olajide Sunday, good afternoon, Mr. Aziz Adeshokon. APC is dead long time ago in Oyo State. David Yemi Oladebo the third. Women in political seats is a good advice by Aisha Buhari, and I also encourage more women to participate in politics. Let's check. Okay, I lost that. As we have more women in present Oyo State Cabinet where we presently flourish, more so Tinubu and Osinbajo and the likes of APC aspirants are no better candidate for the betterment of the future of this country. Okay, thank you so much. We're all entitled to our opinion. Anyway, as we wrap up the program this afternoon, there is no hope for Nigeria. Okay, Ayodele from Malacca. I think I've taken this message before. So, Mr. Fatai Adeshokon, you've heard from Nigerians. Here are their concerns. Your reaction?
Yes, thank you, Nigerians. We all hope for better society of ours, and the vehicle in which this can be actualized is party platform, as democracy brought to us, contest and what have you. So you cannot satisfy everybody, and life is all about dynamism. It's not static, and you just have to clear up your conscience. And some of us that claims to be believers in Christianity religion, Islamic religion, Those are the two popular really faiths. We don't need to be bothering ourselves, because Allah and Almighty God knows best, and may God spare our lives. Of essence is good health and long life. Tí ẹ̀mí bá wà, ìrètí wà. Ọlọ́run ló mẹ́ni tó máa dọ̀la, k'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ á jọ̀la lọ. May God spare our lives.
I must say a big thank you to you, Mr. Fatai Adeshokon. Thank you so much for coming on Impact Point this afternoon.
Always a pleasure to be on a platform like this. And thank you so much.
It is good. May you succeed, may your party succeed,
Amen.
And may we all succeed. Thank you so much once again for your time on the program. This is where we're going to call it a wrap today. Everyone, thank you so much to those whose call I've picked, to those whose call I couldn't pick. It wasn't intentional. If I didn't read your message, sincere apologies. And of course, I am Anu Uluwapo Omonide. By the special grace of Almighty God, it's not going to be the last time you will hear this voice. Some other time will present an opportunity for us to interact. But of course, don't forget that you need to be part of the process. You need to be part of the system. You cannot stand aloof and complain of how things have been done. Now, you would say, hey, 40 million, 100 million naira, I don't think I will fit in. What have you said? If you are not contented with it, it's good to be with you on the program this afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. See you next time by the special grace of God.